Welcome, everyone. Jim Williams here, coming to you from the beautiful paradise of Central Florida. JWW on the Move. Today is Wednesday, the 14th of January, AD 2026. Now, I say AD because AD means in the year of our Lord. AD has two initials that stands for two Latin words. I don't remember what the Latin words are. I think it's something like Antoine Dominico or something like that. Anyway, it's 2026. And today, I've put together a few tender memories of Adam that I thought you might like to see. I got them right here in a bucket. Right here in a bucket. And I'm going to go through those and show those to you here in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to say something about Adam. Now, we named Adam before he was ever conceived. June and I met in 1967 in college. We dated for a couple of years. We became engaged to be married. And in the summer of 1969, we were married. And all that time, we never slept together. Now, that's a whole new concept for the 21st century America. But during that time, when we dated, and then we ultimately got married, before Adam was born, we chose his name before we were married. During the period when we were dating, we decided that if we had a boy, we were going to name him David Adam. We would name him Adam because he would be our first boy, our first man, just like God in the creation made man and called him Adam. And then also we wanted to name him David because of David, the great king of Israel that God chose to be the king of his people, and also was prophetically a type of the coming Messiah, Jesus of Nazareth, the Son of God. So those names had meaning to us. Names have meaning, and that's what they meant to us. My name has meaning. My real name, my legal name is Jimmy. Jimmy, Jimmy. And you know what Jimmy means, right? It's a short crowbar used by thieves to break into stuff. Oh, well. Anyway, we named Adam before he was ever conceived, even before we were actually married. I'm going to try to keep this in frame by using this cloth thingy here. And I've got the bucket over here. So I just want to go through items. This is random stuff. This is not in any particular order. But I'm going to show it to you and I'm going to talk about it. And I hope that will be something that will be meaningful to you. Let's start with George. The clown doll, George. You'll notice how dingy it looks. You'll also notice that not only is it kind of dingy, it's also worn out. If you get in here close and look at the arms where they're attached, you'll see that they have been sewed and re-sewed numerous times. Now, I do not remember how old Adam was when a family in the church gave him this doll. He was probably in his 3 or 4 years old. I'm just guessing, about 3 or 4. And somewhere you have seen, and I have seen, and we have some pictures of Adam holding George in some of the family photos that we've had. Now, the thing about George is George became Adam's favorite thing. Kind of like a security blanket, I guess. He would love to sleep with George. Now, when Adam would go to bed at night, I would go in there and I'd pick up George and I'd talk to Adam with George. Hey, Adam, how are you doing? Crazy kid stuff like that. And, well, I probably got it out of frame. I screwed up. I shouldn't have picked up the thing. Anyway, so George, I would pick up George and talk to Adam like a little kid talk, like you do when you're talking to little kids. Oh, gosh. Anyway, and he would sleep with George. Now, the thing about George is that Adam, even after he was grown, even through his teenage years, even through his adult years, up until the day he died, George was with Adam. Now, in his later years, he didn't sleep with George, obviously, but he kept him. You hear that music? Where's that music coming from? And if you don't hear the music, then I'm imagining things. If you don't hear the music, I'll just edit it out. So in his later years, he would keep George on a shelf in one of his rooms. But he kept him. That's the thing that amazed me, that he kept his little buddy George all those years, even up until the day he died. And so I have this now. I have George, even though I don't have my son. When I would talk to Adam with George, hey Adam, after I finished talking to him, he's getting ready to go to sleep, I would go down to Adam's feet. And when he was a little bitty guy, I'd grab his ankles and I'd kind of pull on him a little bit. And I said, you see these feet, son? These are your feet. One day, those feet are going to hang off the edge of this bed. That's what I would say to him. And I would say that to him periodically. I mean, a couple of times a year at least. And then the day came, as a teenager, these feet were hanging off the edge of the bed. And one night I said, son, do you remember when I used to say to you, your feet's going to hang off the edge of this bed? And he said, yeah, I remember that, Dad. Did you believe me back then? And, well, he said, I believe you now. Okay, so that's George. No particular order. This is a medallion, kind of like a trophy of sorts. They had an event in Pensacola, Florida. Again, I don't remember how old Adam was. He was getting on up into his younger teenage years, I guess. And he ran in a race called the Billy Bowlegs Race. Billy Bowlegs Midnight Run, that's what it's called. And he was leading the race the entire time until right at the very end when this other guy just barely beat him out by a step. But anyway, he got a trophy for his second place position in that race. I was so proud. When Adam was a kid, Superman became a big thing. So a lot of stuff we did around Superman for a few years. And this is a napkin that I kept from a birthday party for Adam, and the theme was around Superman. I didn't keep the cake. All right, I didn't keep the cake. We ate the cake, but I kept the napkin to remember that by. And along that same line, that Father's Day, Adam gave me this Father's Day card. It's got little Superboy down here throwing a big rock up to Superman. And the Superboy kid says, "Let's play catch, Daddy." And he said, "Sure, son." And then you open it up, and in Adam's own handwriting, he writes, "I love you, Dad. This card reminded me of playing catch in Oklahoma with you across that huge yard of ours. I love you, Dad. This card reminds me of playing catch in Oklahoma with you across that huge yard of ours. Happy Father's Day, Adam." And Adam picked that card out, and he gave that to me that year for Father's Day. Then there was a year that Adam came to me and gave me this. Now, I don't know if you can see any of this or not. I'll try to move it slowly and try to get it in an angle that the light doesn't glare onto it. But what this is, Adam found a bunch of various business cards that I had used and stapled them all together on a piece of paper. And he brought them to me. I don't remember what he said about them, but it was a gesture. I took it as a gesture of how proud he was of me, that I had done all of these things. So I've kept that all these years to remember him by. Here's just some pictures. Again, Adam put these pictures together. Just pictures of the family down through the years. I hope you can see them. Then Adam turned 18. And I wrote a special happy birthday card myself. Well, I say wrote it, I typed it out. And I put it in this envelope. This is the envelope I gave Adam when he was 18 years old. Happy birthday, son. And I created this along with pictures to show Adam as he grew the first 18 years of his life. Now, I'm not going to read this to you. Look at here. Can you see that? See how crazy he always acted? Always wanted to play a character, dress up. Always wanted to entertain people. Always had a great imagination. Okay, here he is with George in Illinois. Can you see that okay? There he is riding a bike. Well, he's learning to ride a bike. There he is climbing up the door facing of a door in the house. All of those are in Illinois. But I'm not going to read this to you because I would just start crying, and I don't want to do that. See? There's Adam's birthday party with Superman. Superman S on his chest. Can you see that okay? And here's some more of his incredible dressing up skills for various things. See? Told you he was going to be a bum. Oh, maybe I didn't tell you that. Anyway. Little sister comes along. Little sister comes along there. And just a bunch of other pictures. Here is a picture of me and Adam doing puppets for our church. I hope you can see that. When I look at this video clipping, I'll try to figure that out. There's Adam again with his sister. There he is. There's our boy, Adam. Adam the whatever that is. Along with his sister. Adam loved his sister. All right, well, look at here. All right, now look at here. Here is Adam on the Billy Bowlegs Midnight Race. There he is at the house getting ready to run. There he is running. And he led the pack up until he got beat by the guy in second place. There's Adam with me. Hope I can get that picture right. There's Adam with me. And look at there's Adam showing off a video of some sort. That's Adam. Adam the Woo. And I put that in this envelope and gave it to him on his 18th birthday. Now also inside that same envelope, here's something Adam did in 1986. Adam typed this, and I have no idea where he did it or why he did it. But it's a list of the presidents, and it went up until Ronald Reagan was the last one on the list. That's who was president at the time. And he kept that inside this envelope, which we found among his things when he passed away. He kept that all those years. And then, of course, he became Adam the Woo. Adam the Woo. What a concept. Adam the Woo. There's the big version of the little version here. My, how the years fly. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of these things. Well, I certainly enjoyed sharing those things with you. I hope that you enjoyed them as well. That's going to do it for today. If the Lord wills, I'll see you in the next video. Good day.
Wow.
Great.
Well, I hope you enjoyed me sharing these things with you. I enjoyed sharing them things with you, and I hope that you enjoyed me.